Today we are making chocolate mousse.
How can we help?
We're gonna soften some gelatin. So actually if we wanna do that first while we're waiting, that's totally cool. We need 1 teaspoon of gelatin in this bowl with a tablespoon of cold water.
Oh, you're saying I should do that?
Yeah, you're right there.
You look
I don't even know what gelatin is. Soften it up. I'm really confused.
Yep, stir it a little, yep.
Does it turn back into bone?
No, definitely not. It's like a very soft paste.
Je dois être en retard. J'ai raté la blague.
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretending not to see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a job.
I want a job.
All right, we're gonna cut raspberries in half.
Okay.
So we'll need a small cutting board. That's fine.
All right.
You see how the texture's already changed significantly? It's a little bouncier.
It is bouncy.
There's a polenta and onion reduction in the oven.
That sounds fancy.
It's corn grits and onion. There's
Okay.
nothing less fancy.
When you cook with Jamie, you expect everything to be fancy. I never had like fancier home cooking than when I came to your table.
Same. The food doesn't start off fancy. It's how we interpret.
Yes, a mindset, but it's also the amount of time and love you put into something.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I was stirring polenta for an hour.
Channeling some positivity into a dish, some love into a dish,
Now, have you
history
experienced
into a dish.
the reverse of like being in a terrible mood?
This is, by the way, the most beautiful wine I've ever put on.
Well, thank you. Tell me about the menu. So polenta, to me, would be our Italian section of wines. It actually continues all the way over there. Yeah, I adore Italian wines. And one of my favorite properties that I've been to, Palazzino.
It's nice and gentle, yes, because you don't want to bruise them.
Lesson number 1.
Yeah, do not bruise the food.
I think food already starts out fancy.
You do?
If I look at these raspberries and these leaves and like the beauty of all of that,
I appreciate that.
we just add some like superfluous like magic to it.
You're still putting a look at that.
I'm just saying, it starts out good. We do some unnecessary things because of the joy of those things.
I think beauty is inherent,
Right.
Yeah.
and fancy comes with a different kind of intention, a different mindset. I have the ability to express myself. I feel heard with my food.
Yes.
I feel seen with the food.
Is fancy always good?
Right.
Oh,
Is
that's
fancy
right.
always good?
And
Because fancy can also be cultural and it can be a divider.
yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Wait, someone's at the door. Hi.
Hey!
My name's Marcie.
Darius.
Darius.
John.
John, so happy to meet you.
You as well.
Come on in. We're wait. Who else? Hi. Hi. Come on in, Flo.
How you doing?
Flora. Hey, John. Hi, Darius. Nice to meet you. Flora.
Nice to meet you.
Erin, how are you? It's great to see you.
Hey! Oh my goodness! Hey! Special delivery. Oh man, how are you?
Darius.
Winkler!
How you doing? Darius. Nice to meet you.
And John.
Yep, I'm John.
Erin and I have just come from Waterford Wine.
Oh my
It's the greatest place in the wide world.
It really is.
And we brought 2 bottles of wine because Ben at Waterford said everybody would like it as a Toscana red wine.
It's a family home where the winery is really sort of an additional garage. So it's not a big production, and you'll have to stop me if I can go on and on about wine. So you tell me what you needed with your food.
We can open it now, or
We can open them both if you want to.
I depend on them for all my dinners.
फलीटिंग फैंसी दा तट है आसमान समेंदा सुबह है मेरे नाल लड़ो
Just that morning I was eating some sourdough that I made and I was like,
You made that?
I don't understand how it's just flour, water, and salt.
But
So
is
this,
it just flour, water, and salt? Because
well,
your
the
love is in
starters.
there.
Well, this is still warm. I pulled it out of the oven in about an hour.
Oh.
Now, how do you guys know Paul?
I had some friends come on the Milwaukee Kitchen, and I was curious. You know, when it comes down to certain third places, you don't really have, you know, many.
Yeah.
Where can people go that they can learn stuff about other people? For me, you know, the Milwaukee Kitchen is just that.
I want to nominate Jamie as a facilitator of third spaces with her culinary offering.
Yeah, hearing you talk gets me all excited because this really is what something I'm trying to do. When you provide people with food, with a little libation, that they're going to talk about what they care about.
Yeah.
Like
They'll all start to relate and
like
connect
right here.
really naturally.
It's very crazy that you say all those different things. I run a nonprofit in Milwaukee. It's called Black Space. Free group therapy for the Black and Brown community. When the situation happened with George Floyd, I was like, hey, I really want to do free therapy for all the folks that's out there protesting. One for men, one for women in the LGBTQI community. Now they get a snapshot of what therapy can feel like.
We're getting some cooking.
I have never had a casserole before.
What? How old are you, young man?
Nobody in my family made casserole.
There's some olive oil
And
up
balsamic.
there. I definitely recommend trying
There you go.
polenta.
Anybody want some bread? Do you want
Is it just plain old salt?
bread?
I said French gray. Do you guys mind if I put some salt on this?
It's so good.
I could try casserole.
Yeah.
Way up with our food, I can tell you that.
So I shoot film photography. My camera right over there. So I'm gonna take some portraits of some folks. So what is this?
Cornmeal that you cook very slowly, 7 cups of onion, and you cook it down over an hour, just slowly letting it caramelize.
Milwaukee Kitchen, it's always
Yeah.
evolving.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Cheers to it. There we go. Well, I like the plate cheers.
Not only are we going to make some mousse, but we're going to talk about how plating techniques can make something feel and look fancy.
Mousse always sounds fancy.
Oh yeah, it is, and yet this is the easiest way to make it. This is like a cheater version of mousse.
And this is the recipe?
It is, actually.
What is everyone's interpretation of fancy? Because I think
I've already given 5 of mine.
we got yours.
Pinky is
Yeah, I'm an academic.
So fancy is a gesture.
Fancy is putting more work into something that you wouldn't usually put more work into. Like even like dressing up.
Yeah, those are fancy shoes, John.
How long does it chill? I just want to know.
Depends on how hungry you are. If you want to eat it right out of the bowl, no shame.
Yeah.
No shame, right?
Yeah, I do that. If you do chill it, I would say a half hour is just fine. We got a half cup of sugar.
So that's a Hershey's, just
Yep.
Hershey's?
Just
plain
Hershey's
old-
cocoa. So this is special dark. Yeah. We're pouring cream and a little bit of vanilla in there. And I need to volunteer. Somebody.
To what?
We're gonna whip this up. Level 1.
Go to 5 automatically.
Level 1, just get up in there and you're trying to scrape away at the sides. Yep. 2 is probably good now.
Go to 2, go to 2.
Really just to make sure that all those little bits of cocoa powder get in there.
Do you guys think fancy, how we perceive fancy,
Keep going.
stems from our childhood?
Don't forget the pinky.
Yep, and the pinky.
You grew up in.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Alright.
Oh, it's mousse already.
It
Good
really,
whipping, John.
Who wants the beaters?
Lick
Let
the
the
beater.
What do we do with
Lick
it?
the beaters.
What do you mean, what do you do with them?
The
Have you
beaters.
ever been a kid? Oh, let me get a picture of this, John. I need to put them up. Yeah, there you go.
So, 3 different platings using the same mousse recipe. We're bringing it up to essentially the room temperature. So it's nice and soft right now, even though it looks like it's taken to form. A tea strainer right here. I've made some mint sugar by pounding mint leaves into some sugar, dehydrating it overnight, pulverizing that again, and I'm dusting
Oh, so you create, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to take these tiny little mint leaves, lovingly prepared earlier today. We're just going to place them, and we're just
And
going to lay them.
garnishes are fancy.
Absolutely. Probably 25% of my garden is devoted to things that I exclusively use for garnish.
Garnishing might be the perfect metaphor.
The
Beauty.
superfluous part.
Yeah. And it,
If you could say beauty is superfluous.
It's well worth it, it's so pretty.
Right. But you eat with the eyes first, right? Next one is going to be mandarin and raspberry. So on the inside of this this dome of mousse is a raspberry jam.
Oh,
We're going to go over the top of that with
Fruit with chocolate.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It's like ratatouille.
that's one of my favorite.
Oh,
So we got some raspberries down.
Beautiful.
I have dehydrated mandarin oranges as
You
well.
did that yourself?
Of course.
how do you do that?
I do have an actual dehydrator. You can do it in the oven. Go over it with some zest.
Oh, so fancy.
Is that another good metaphor, like the zest?
Zest
Zest
of
of
life.
life.
Yeah. All of those oils, you can actually see it kind of glisten in the sun. You can smell it.
Yeah.
If you gently express the oils on top, which is a nice little touch. We're gonna go over the mousse with some really nice extra virgin olive oil.
Oh.
Very generous.
I elicited a response from
Got some Malden salt. It's a finishing salt,
Oh,
like very,
Love
very
Malden
crispy.
salt.
And these are Tweels. They're a very thin, buttery cookie. I made those earlier today. We're gonna just.
You make it look so easy.
I don't need some.
You don't need it. Remember, there's raspberry jam in there, so go up in there.
Oh, it's good.
And this is the same recipe.
Same recipe,
Damn good.
Just
but
plain.
different platings, different garnishes.
You're treating mousse like your little black
I don't really
dress.
like
Yes, exactly.
What did you call these cookies?
These are Tweel cookies.
Oh man.
They're made with black and white sesames.
the recipe off.
Back of a Hershey's container. Done that.
Delicious, isn't it?
We're so lucky.
I keep saying fancy feast, but I know that.
Promiňte, to byla moje věta.
How did you start cooking?
Moments in my life that were highlighted, all of them were around food. So while I do a lot of other forms of artwork, this is by no means any less important to me.
That thing right there?
I just wanted to tell a tiny story. I saw a play once. 2 Italian actors made on the stage a pot full of risotto. Spent the time it took for them to make risotto. At the end of it, they served it to us all. It was wonderful.
Yeah, there you go.
You're not doing it, man. Pinkies up.
Pinky's up. Oh, you gotta grab the last one. Yeah, that's good. That is good stuff right